Hey y'all, welcome back to Leslie's Mature Makeup and Beauty. Today is my 1 month anti-aging skincare update. It has been a year since I've been using tretinoin and some other things to try to get my skin in better condition. I'm going to start by saying that I'm not a dermatologist nor an esthetician. These are just things that I have found that work good for me. I did some research on, just online and on YouTube, and a lot of the products that I used were recommendations from Angie Hot and Flashy. I will link her channel in my description box. She is a wealth of information. She really does her research and knows all the ins and outs of all this chemical type stuff. I know a little bit, and I'm going to share what I know with y'all, but she's just a wealth of information, and I think she's a great resource person for, anti-aging skincare recommendations. Again, not a dermatologist nor an esthetician, so please consult one of those before you start throwing a bunch of stuff at your face. Before you start any kind of anti-aging skincare, look at your budget and make sure whatever you're going to do is something that you can continue to afford in the future, because with anti-aging skincare or skincare in general, if you stop, you get some good results, but then if you stop using the stuff, those results kind of go away. So, whatever you're going to do, make sure you can keep doing that, because an anti-aging skincare routine or a journey it's a marathon, not a sprint. I've only been doing this for a year, and I have seen really good results. I'm really pleased with the results I've seen, so I'm super excited to kind of see what happens in the future. The majority of these products I did purchase myself. I do have a few things here that were gifted to me by City Beauty. I do have an affiliate link and an affiliate code with them, so if you use those, I will earn a small commission. But 2 of the products I was using before they ever gifted me anything, and then 2 of them I have used what they gifted me, and I have repurchased these items with my own money. Just know I would never recommend anything to y'all that I don't think is actually working or didn't work for me. Now, everybody's skin is different. What works for me may not work for you. I am 42. I have mostly normal skin. In the winter, I can get a little dry, some dry patches, kind of the perimeter of my face, like right in here and around my eyebrows. I don't know if that's just because I have to clean that extra to get, my tinted SPF off or what. And then in the summer, I can get a little bit more combo, a little oily in the T-zone area. But I don't have sensitive skin, generally fragrance or nothing, There's not a lot that irritates my skin other than like chemical sunscreen irritates my neck. But other than that, I haven't really run across anything that bothers my skin per se. So what we're going to do, I'm going to throw up some pictures, and then I'm going to show you just kind of go through my routine in the morning and then show you my night routine. There are some things like my eye treatments that, cross over between both. But for the most part, I use, kind of different products morning and night. But this first picture here I'm going to put up, you can see should be on the left side of your screen. I think I'm wearing a red t-shirt in that one. That is my before picture. You can see I'm pretty tan, lots of freckles, lots of age spots, all of that stuff. On the right, now any of y'all that watched my 6-month update, you'll notice that my skin in this 1-year update is I do have a little bit more tan in that picture. There's been a few times that I have jacked up and, I done my morning skincare, put on my SPF, left the house for the day, and didn't take my SPF with me to reapply. Didn't take my dang wallet to buy none either. So, and then even I find, reapplying, I spend a ton of time outside in the summertime, and I cannot stop that because I love being outside. So, I've got a little bit of color. My age spots don't look quite as great, which I've talked to my Curology dermatologist. So we're gonna try something in my next prescription to see if we can help with that a little bit. But you can see I think a big difference in my 11s, those wrinkles between the brows there. My forehead wrinkles are a lot softer. My skin texture has improved. Now my neck in this after picture doesn't look as great as it did about a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, because I ran out of the neck cream that I'd been using, and I can definitely see a difference. I'm going to put up a before and after of my neck using this City Beauty Multi-Action Sculpting Cream. You know, that'll be our next picture that comes up. But, I mean, it still looks better, just not as good as it did, you know, a couple of weeks ago. But just overall, when I look at myself in the mirror in the morning, I'm pleased with what I see. My skin looks healthier, it looks brighter, my wrinkles are not quite as bad, and you'll notice I do use City Lips on my lips, and I did not realize what good that was doing me until I quit using it. But if you take a look at the lips in this photo, now I do still have smoker's lines. They're a little bit softer, but even the lines on my lower lip, I didn't really notice until I was, you know, really studying these pictures. They look softer. They look a little plumper. And you know, that's got to be the City Lips. That's the only thing that I put on my lips. Now, full disclosure, I do still smoke, so that's why my smoker's lines ain't great. I know that's a terrible idea. It's not good for any part of my body, but I ain't been able to quit yet. I'm working on it. But this next picture I'm going to put up here is the side shot. This is my neck. I was mostly focused on the neck in this photo. It's before and after the City Beauty Multi-Action Sculpting Cream, and you can see the texture of my double chin area, the goozle as I call it, looks much firmer and more tight. I was really impressed with what this cream done for my neck. I was just using their Invisicrate Body Balm on my neck, but the Multi-Action Sculpting Cream I can actually use twice a day because it doesn't bother my makeup or SPF or anything. Sometimes with the body balm, if I got it too far up on my face, it would cause my SPF or my makeup to peel a little bit. But I think that was a big difference in my neck. I'm here in a little bit. I'm going to show you some pictures of my arms and legs. But let's talk about what I've been doing on my face and neck next. So first thing I do in the morning, I don't wash my face usually with any type of cleanser. You know, I do a good double cleanse at night, do all my skincare, and then most of the time in the morning, I just take a damp cloth with warm water and just wipe my face off. After that, I like to put on a toner or some type of a mist to dampen my face. And I've been using this Physicians Formula, the Essence of Healthy. I picked this up. It's a toner and setting spray. I didn't think it done much as a setting spray, so I thought I would use it up. You know, it's like $15, not expensive, and it's got 95% galactomyces ferment in it. Supposed to brighten. I can't say I've noticed a huge difference. It's nice and hydrating, but I dampen my face with this. If for some reason when I stop using this, if I find that something kind of goes south, I'll definitely let y'all know. But, you know, you can just dampen your face with a little bit of water or any type of a mist. I've got one from like Fourth Ray and I think one from Milani that I like that are a little more wallet friendly than that one. So I'll probably just go back to using those. But after I've dampened my face, I like to put my eye creams on first, so that I don't have any potentially irritating ingredients that get on the eyelids, because I have done it backwards before and then my eyelids will get a little bit dry. But I've been trying out this NIOD Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. It's about to this label here. So this is a nice hydrating. It's an oil, or it kind of feels like an oil. Just that color. This is kind of expensive. I think I got it on Beauty Bay for like $58, but this has lasted, I bet I've had this for like 4 months. I do have another one of these. Somehow I accidentally ordered 2, so I'm going to keep using it while I have it, but I think once I finish these up, I will probably not repurchase this guy. Like I said, it's nice and hydrating, but I've got the City Beauty Lid Lifting Treatment that I think I have noticed a bigger difference with that than the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. So I'm going to use the lid lifting treatment instead because they're about the same price. But after I do that, I go in with the Urea. This is the Sukiyaka Suhada Urea Eye Cream. Urea is one of those like byproducts of urine. This is made in a lab. It's not, you're not putting pee on your face. But this is a really nice hydrating cream. Comes in 1 ounce for 20 bucks. I just get mine on Walmart.com. And I love this stuff. It's just a light, just a little, light lotion. I put some on my ring fingers and put that on the lids and underneath. I think this tube lasted me somewhere around 6 months. But one of the things that really kind of sold this for me is I had tried out a sample of some skincare that irritated my lids. So I didn't put anything on my lids but this guy for like 2 days, and it completely got rid of the dry, flaky skin that the other stuff had caused. So after that guy, I go in with the City Beauty lid lifting treatment. I do use this twice a day. I use all my eye stuff I do twice a day. I put just a little tiny dot on the ring fingers and massage that, just, kind of tap and pat on the lids themselves. And I have noticed a huge difference in the crepiness of my eyelids since I started using this one. This one was gifted to me, but I have repurchased it with my own money. And I have had this one for, I feel like it's been a couple of months at least. And it's still, I've still got some in here. I just don't want to run out like I did the sculpting cream and then be, back where I started. But this is, I think it retails for like $67. You get 0.33 fluid ounces, but it takes such a tiny amount. And this is also, you can use this as your eye primer as well. And a lot of times if I remember to put this on last, like over my everything else, I will just use this for my eye primer. You do want to let this set down for 1 minute before you put any eyeshadow or anything else on. But I have really, like I said, noticed a difference in the crepiness of my lids with that one. So after I've got my eye stuff on, I then go in with, sometimes I'll re-moisten my face if everything's gotten dry at this point, but it takes me a lot longer to talk about it than it does to actually do it. So usually my face is still moist. And then I go in with, and you'll notice several Timeless products in this video. They've never sent me anything. I've always purchased all of this with my own money. This is their 20% vitamin C, E, and ferulic acid serum. I've just been buying the ½ ounce. If you're going to do a vitamin C, now they do have a 15%, I think, or a 10% if your skin is sensitive to vitamin C. I've never had any trouble. But vitamin C is a very unstable ingredient. So it doesn't need to be exposed to light or air, or it quickly degrades. So that's why this is an airless pump, and it, you can't see through it. So I kind of have to shake it and feel it to see kind of where I'm getting as far as, but it lasts me about 2 months. So I kind of know when I need to repurchase. And this size retails for like $17. The 1 ounce retails for $27, I think. But I found when I was using the 1 ounce, it was starting to turn colors before I could get to the bottom of it. So that means it's losing its effectiveness. And I want everything I put on to be as fresh and as effective as possible. So I started purchasing the ½ ounce. But the vitamin C is a good antioxidant. It helps to rebuild collagen. It helps to brighten. And then the vitamin C, the ferulic acid and vitamin E that's in here helps the vitamin C to be absorbed into the skin better and work a little better. And Timeless does have sales every so often. So, if you get on their email list, you can get 30%, 40% off. I think I've gotten pretty lucky every time I've repurchased mine, and there's been a sale, I think, every time except once. But this is a very liquidy product. So I just dispense it into my palm, tap everything together, and everything that goes on my face, I take down to my neck and make sure I get the old upper lip. But, you want to keep this in a cool, dry place. All your skincare you want to keep in a cool, dry place, but especially that vitamin C. And everything I just kind of rapid fire on. I don't wait for everything to sink in and dry and all of that stuff. There's one product I wait to dry, but that's something that I use occasionally at night, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So after my vitamin C, I've been using the e.l.f. Pure Skin Toner. And what I will probably do when I get finished with this is just use this as my kind of dampen the face step and then go in with my vitamin C. But this is one of their newer lines. You get 5.07 fluid ounces. This is $9. It has oat milk, aloe juice, niacinamide. It does have some ceramides in it. It's got glycerin. It also has a little bit of glycolic acid. And I noticed, because what I did when this was released, I bought like a little trio of, because there's a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. I love the cleanser and the toner. The moisturizer was too heavy for me, but this is fragrance free. It's vegan, no sulfates, phthalates, parabens, none of that stuff. But I noticed a good bit of brightening with this one. After about a week of using it, I felt like my skin just looked a little brighter, less dull than it had been looking. So I decided to repurchase the full size of this one, and I've been really loving this. So after my vitamin C, we've got that guy. And then after that, I go in with another timeless product. This is their CoQ10 serum. And CoQ10, they refer to this guy as the Defender. It helps to rebuild collagen and elastin. It's a good antioxidant, which helps fight those free radicals. It's a serum that looks kind of a milky consistency. This one has also, I think, some other hyaluronic acid in it. And then I feel like it's got some Matrixyl 3000, aloe, vitamin E, glycerin. This is kind of a nice hydrating serum, but you know, I use it for that antioxidant purpose. And, you know, as we get older, we don't produce collagen at the same rate that we used to. And collagen is what keeps our skin firm and elastic and looking, you know, kind of plump and healthy. Our skin cells don't turn over as fast when we get older. So we definitely need some, you know, some type of exfoliation. I prefer chemical. But anyway, so in the morning time, I've done my eye creams. I've moistened my face. We've got vitamin C. We've got our e.l.f. Pure Skin, our CoQ10. Then I go in with a moisturizer. In the morning, I usually always use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration. This guy has got hyaluronic acid, peptides, and I believe it may even have some ceramides. This is the one that has some fragrance to it. It's a very light, clean fragrance, but they also have a fragrance-free version. It says it's for all skin types, but in the summer times, a lot of time I'll use this as my twice-a-day moisturizer. But I've still been using my night cream that we'll get to in a minute at night lately, and it's still been fine. You know, I don't feel like I'm too greasy when I wake up. But this is a really nice, lightweight moisturizer. It's kind of thicker, but it's blends in easy. Feels wonderful. Great amount of hydration for me. Anyway, it's perfect. So then I've moisturized. Now, when I have my multi-action sculpting cream from City Beauty, this is just my empty box. I think this retails for around $60 or $67. Now, I did sign up for auto ship, so I gave around $40 or $44. When I was using it before, I was doing my face and my neck. I'm just going to use this on my neck once I get my replenishment. So I'll do my Holy Hydration on my face and then this guy on my neck. Twice a day for this guy, and it really, y'all seen those photos, I think it made a huge difference. But after I've moisturized, I then go in with some SPF. Now, if I'm just going to be outside working in the yard, I will hydrate a little extra with my e.l.f. Holy Hydration, and then I just go in with my Australian Gold Botanical. This is an SPF of 50. It is a mineral sunscreen. This is tinted. It's got a matte finish, and this is the fair to light skin tone. They make 3 different skin tones. There's a fair to light, I think like a medium, and then a deep. The deep I've only seen on Amazon, but I purchased this guy from Ulta. It's like $16 for 3 ounces. Like I said, beautiful matte finish. It actually gives a little bit of coverage, so if I'm doing my no makeup, this is the only thing I use. Now sometimes if I'm gonna wear makeup or maybe my skin feels a little bit dry, I will add 2 pumps of the Elta MD UV Elements. This is an SPF 44. It's also all mineral. chemical sunscreens irritate my neck. I just can't use them on my neck. Now, I do use the chemical sunscreen on my body, but my face and neck just can't tolerate it. It burns my eyes, and then where I have my horizontal neck wrinkles, like it gets, when I get sweaty, it kind of gets stuck in there, and I had some like weird red stripes that looked like somebody tried to cut my throat last time I tried a chemical sunscreen on my face. But this guy is more hydrating. So if you have really dry skin, you might prefer this one. But if you have oilier skin, you would probably like this one better. But like I said, if I'm going to do makeup, I'll do 2 pumps of this guy and add a little of this one in. Or if my face feels dry, I'll mix the two. Because this one is a little more expensive. This is in that $35 to $40 range. So, you know, this is my everyday go-to if I'm not going to be wearing any makeup. Or if I'm going to wear a real hydrating foundation, I'll just use this guy. But any kind of a skin-like finish or a matte foundation, I like to mix these two. And then recently I tried one that from Dermatology. This is their Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF. Now, I have watched some drier skin girls that really love this. I tried one from CeraVe as well that was super thick and heavy. Now, this one retails for like $26 or $28 for 2.1 ounces. This one is heavier than this one. This one leaves me greasier than this one. This has got a really nice kind of hydrated, glowy look. This one's just a little bit on the thicker side. Let me show y'all the tints on these. So I think if you have dry skin, you might enjoy the Dermatology one. It's not so thick that it feels like my face can't breathe, because that's the way I felt with that one from CeraVe. But it's just a little too hydrating for my taste. Even if I mix it in, if I'm going to mix it in with my Australian Gold, I have to just do 1 pump of that one. And I've noticed the pump on that guy is not quite as, it's not quite as good as I feel like it should be. But let me show y'all the tint on these so you can see, kind of see what they both, or what they all look like. When it comes to SPF or anti-aging skincare, if you're not going to use an SPF, you're just wasting your money. Because when we get out and we get in the sun, it just reverses everything we've done. This is what those three look like. This is the Australian Gold. This is the Elta MD, and then this is the Dermatology. Now, these two look very similar on my hand, but when you rub them out, the Dermatology one is just a little bit thicker. But this one, the Australian Gold, the light one, it has more of a cooler undertone, and then these two lean a little bit warmer. But, you know, like I said, depending on your skin type and what kind of finish you want. And I've got one that I'm trying that I just got in the mail yesterday from the Ulta Beauty collection. I used it today, and I think I might like it too. So I'll have an update coming on that one. It's just an SPF 30. I wish it was a 50, but that's my morning routine. And you can see once I've rubbed those in and mixed them together, I kind of rubbed them on both hands. So that's my morning routine. And I do sometimes in the morning or the night, I'll exfoliate my lips. This is the e.l.f. and Dunkin'. It's just a little tube. It's like a sugar, feels like a sugar scrub. But I find once I've, you know, made a couple of rounds with this guy, it's like it just melts into my lips. And then I also like, this one's a little thicker, and I do have to actually wipe this one off from ColourPop, their sugar scrub. I think this is pineapple scented from their Hello Kitty collection, and this other one from e.l.f. smells like coffee, but these are both good, affordable lip exfoliants. My lips are the only thing that I actually manually exfoliate. And then speaking of lips, after I've done all of my skincare, I put on my Clear City Lips. In the morning, I use it, well, I actually do it twice a day as a treatment. This is my current tube. She's almost empty. And once I get down to the nitty gritty on this guy, I will pull the stopper out, and I've got a little spatula so that I can get all of it out. But when I do this, I do it, like I say, twice a day, and I do go outside my lip lines just a little bit, slather it on good before bedtime, and then in the morning when I'm doing my morning skincare. And when I wake up in the morning, my lips still have this on it. Now, it is a thicker feeling gloss, but it's got a little bit of a tack to it, but it's not sticky. And then I did grab one of their San Diego shades just to try it. It's supposed to be a popular color. Just a little pink for me. But not bad with a lip liner. And the City Lips does have just a little bit of that kind of a cooling effect on your lips. Like it doesn't burn or tingle. It's just kind of a cooling sensation. Oh, I feel like I've been talking forever. Alright, so nighttime. And if any of this stuff, if I'm just rambling and none of this makes any sense, just if you've got a question, just leave it in the comments section. All right, nighttime, I'm going to first insert a couple of photos here. I'm going to do, the first one's going to be my arms. This is before I started using the Invisicrate Body Balm on my arms and legs. Originally, I was just using that on my neck, and I think it did a good job for my neck. But once I got a hold of this multi-action sculpting cream, I feel like it does a better job on my neck than the Invisicrate Body Balm. But this first picture, you can see my my arms. This is the same arm. I try to get it at the same angle, but I was getting a lot of crepiness, kind of there right below the elbow. And I started using the body balm on that and my legs, and I'm going to throw up a picture of my legs. It was the skin above my knees that was really, and these pictures I know are not perfectly lined up. I think some of them I'm a little further away from the camera than others. I did the best I could. I took 47 pictures, and it's just what I got. And you can obviously see in my legs, I do have a little color on my legs, but that area above my knees was looking kind of crinkly and crepey and just looking not so firm and older than I wanted it to be. And you can specifically see, to me, I notice on the right side of this photo, kind of above the knee, that's where I can really see a good bit of difference in the texture of my skin there. It doesn't look quite as crepey. It looks more firm. And that is due to this Invisicrate Body Balm. I put this, it says to use a quarter-sized amount at night. Onto your whatever areas you have concern, neck, chest, arms, legs. I use it on my arms and legs, and I've been using it on my neck until I can get a hold of my other one. This has a really nice, clean fragrance. It's very lightly fragrant, so I'm almost done with this one. But I just put this on the arms and the legs and the neck for now, and then once I get a hold of my multi-action sculpting cream, that's going to go on my neck. But I've seen a difference. I thought just looking at myself I could see a difference, and then when I looked at those photos, I can tell a difference. I think my skin is firmer, and this is only about a month, I think, of using this on the body. This does retail around $60, but I set it up on like a monthly auto ship, and I think $41 or $44, somewhere in that neighborhood, is what you'll pay. You can get a discount if you do the auto ship. So, after I've gotten out of the shower, I put this on the body. And then for my face at night, I don't moisten my face. My face is dry. Well, I need to tell you what I do to cleanse first, don't I? I always do a double cleanse at night. I go in with the Palmer's Skin Therapy Cleansing Oil. You rub this on. I put like a pump in my hand, rub my hands together, and I massage this all over my face, my dry face. You want to use this on a dry face. And this will help start breaking up your makeup, your SPF, and all of that stuff. And then when you add water to it, I just stick my face in the shower and massage. It turns into a milky consistency, emulsifies, and helps to wash away some of that makeup. And then I like to go in with the e.l.f. Pure Skin Cleanser. Now, I do still have a little bit of this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is what I was using. I had several samples of some different cleansers and things, and I really liked this. This one leaves my face feeling a little more hydrated but still clean than this guy does. Price-wise, I don't think there's a huge difference. You get 6.09 ounces for, I believe, $9, and I think I can't remember exactly what the price is on this one. There's not a huge difference, but this one I felt like it just dried my face out a little bit more, and I'm going to keep using it till I use the rest of it. You can see I've not got too much left. I just kind of been alternating until I can finish this guy up, but this is my preferred cleanser, and it's got active ingredients in it, but it's not staying on my skin long enough that I feel like that makes a difference. And I usually do that when I'm in the shower. What I do, when I step in the shower, I just make sure I don't get my hands and face wet. I go on my cleansing oil, and then generally I'll wash my body and do all of my other cleaning, and then do this right before I get out of the shower. But then when I get out of the shower, the first thing I do is all of my eye, my eye treatments that we talked about earlier. I put those on first so that I don't get tretinoin on my hands and then rub it all over my eyeballs. But then I go in with my Curology. Now, Curology is an online dermatology service provider. You can get it's like a 30-day free trial, which in 30 days you're not going to see a huge difference because it takes time for tretinoin to work. But this is, you upload some photos, makeup free, natural light, front, side to side, send those over. A dermatologist will take a look at those. You tell them what your concerns are. They can recommend a formula for you if they think it's appropriate. They do treat, acne, anti-aging, all of that kind of stuff. And this bottle lasts for 2 months, and it is $39.95. It comes auto ship. It's super easy to pause it for a month if you need to. I have done that in the past because a couple of nights a week I do a chemical exfoliator, and I don't use that and my tretinoin at the same time. That's too many potentially irritating ingredients at once. But ever so often I upload, progress photos, and then, I'll send them a message, hey, can I up my tretinoin or whatever? They'll look at my stuff. I always let them know how my skin's doing. I've tolerated it really well. And when I first started it, I just did it like 3 times a week, and then 4 times a week, 5 times a week, up until I got to that 7 times a week. But then I started introducing an exfoliator ever so often. So the nights that I exfoliate, I don't do this guy. But right now my formula has tretinoin at 0.035%, tranexamic acid at 5%, and niacinamide at 4%. Tretinoin is your gold standard for anti-aging. It has been scientifically proven to, reduce fine lines and wrinkles, promote collagen production, helps with your skin, that cell turnover. When you're young, your skin turns over every few days. As we get older, it takes months. So, you need some help with that. And then the tranexamic acid helps with discoloration, sunspots, that kind of stuff. That's what me and my provider have talked about. I think on my next prescription, instead of upping the tretinoin again, I'm going to up the tranexamic acid and see how that helps with my age spots. And then the niacinamide. Niacinamide is in a lot of different stuff these days. It is a B vitamin. It helps decrease inflammation. It helps with decongesting pores, regulating oil production, helps to protect against sun damage. So, but everybody's formula will be different based on what your needs are with Curology. But like I said, you can go to their website. It's just Curology.com, and everything will be listed. You upload those photos, tell them what you're concerned about, and they will, if appropriate, send you out a formula. But I've been really happy. When I first started doing any kind of skincare, I just did the cleansing, the moisturizing, the tretinoin, and the SPF. And then after about a month or 2, I started kind of gradually working in other things. But this is the one thing that if I could not do anything else, I would absolutely keep using this. Just because tretinoin is 100% been studied for years and years and years, and it actually, does the job. So after I've got my tretinoin on, I go in with another timeless serum. This is the Matrixyl Synth 6. It's got some aloe, some glycerin, some hyaluronic acid in it as well. Matrixyl 3000 is supposed to work similarly to a retinol, Because as far as retinoids go, you've got retinol, which is your over-the-counter stuff. And I actually started using a retinol over-the-counter, made sure I could do it consistently for a couple of months before I invested in a prescription. But you have your retinol, then you have your retinaldehyde, which I think like the May Love Moonlight Serum or something has that in it, and then you have your tretinoin or your retinoic acid. So, you know, you can kind of step that up if you need to. But anyway, after my tretinoin, I go in with this serum. It's just a clear serum, 2 or 3 drops of this. Same thing, you know, I pat it in everywhere. Make sure I get the neck, and then I go in with a moisturizer. And at nighttime, I'm still using my Olay Night Recovery Cream. This has got peptides and ceramides. This one is 100% fragrance free. It's a little bit heavier or a little more hydrating than the Elf Holy Hydration. Now this one, you cannot use this during the day. It leaves your skin feeling like absolute velvet, but it will peel up if you try to use this with, you know, makeup and that kind of stuff. And that's another reason that I don't put this on my neck during the daytime, is because it will cause my other products to peel up, you know, where it, you know, I've overlapped a little bit. And that is my, you know, my night routine is a little bit shorter than my morning routine. Now, a couple of times a week, I go in with the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. This has got AHA and BHA. Now, the nights that I use this, I do not use my tretinoin, because these are both potentially irritating ingredients, and you don't want to mix those. But this, I really noticed a huge difference. I tend to get really congested pores in this area and on my nose, and just the first time I used this guy, I noticed a huge difference in how these blackheads and things look. And I do during the daytime, a lot of times if I'm watching TV or looking at my phone, I tend to do this, which is not a great idea, because for one thing, I'm pushing up my chin, making that wrinkle, and then I'm just clogging up those pores with all the oils and gunk that's on my hands. But since I've started using this guy, I noticed a huge difference in those pores, and it helps, you know, if I've got those dry skin patches, it seems to help get rid of some of that too. And then I had a couple of, which I still kind of have them, I had 2 little like clogged areas right here on my forehead. I had tried to squeeze and poke and push and pull, and don't ever do that. It's a bad idea. After I started using this guy, I noticed a difference in those. And then, you know, on the nights that I use this, I do let this completely dry down, and then I go in with my serum and my moisturizer. And then, like I said, when I go to bed at night, the last thing I do is really coat the lips up with the City Lips. And like I said, I go, you know, kind of outside the lines there a little bit so that it gets into those smoker's wrinkles. And that's it. I feel like I've been talking for 100 years, and I know this seems like a lot, but really 5 to 10 minutes and I'm done, you know. And I've really seen good progress. I'm happy with my results. If there's anything that I've left out, if you have questions about anything, y'all just leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Again, I'll list and link everything down below. I'm excited. I've got my last item from Joa Beauty is coming today, so I'm going to have a full face of that. I've got some stuff to do a full face of Revlon, and then I've got a few things from Ulta that I picked up. You know, last month was my birthday month, so I had lots of coupons and deals, and got a really great deal from Joa. But that was, I filled out a survey and I got like 50% off my entire order. So all of that stuff will be coming up. Y'all stay tuned. I love you guys so very much. I thank you so much for your support. We're getting close to 250 subscribers here on YouTube. So I am starting to gather up some things for a giveaway for when we hit 300. But that's all thanks to y'all watching and subscribing and recommending my channel and, you know, hitting that thumbs up button and leaving me comments. I love reading your comments and I love getting to interact with y'all. It really just makes my week. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.